everyone. This evening, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Chris Webber and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And checking out some numbers for Terry Rozier.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
And we have a minute to catch up with our reporter. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks, Brian. Well, current financial challenges have Commissioner Silver and the league office dusting off proposals for expansion. Silver said at some point, it's manifest destiny that the league will eventually expand. The last time that happened was 1988 with the Bobcats. Guys, Seattle fans hopeful things move along.
Boy, Allie, wouldn't that be something? And Grant, both of these teams very efficient, striping it from distance.
Well, it's the name of the game nowadays. The math is unavoidable. If you can't space the floor, you get left behind.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Plumlee in at the 5.
Here we
and
go.
then for the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then it's Bruce Brown. And it's Durant in at power forward. Now here's Irving. A great scorer, averaging almost 26 a game. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Defensive foul.
And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player.
One shot.
Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Near 7-footer. KD shooting almost 90% from the line for his career. That's a rare combination.
Pass to Rozier. Back to ball. Into the lane. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
But it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Irving, the pass to Durant. And there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
Team second.
A minute 42 left to play in the first. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
For the best shot maker in the league, it just might be Kyrie Irving.
Plumlee, a screen on Irving. Ball into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Irving. A great score, averaging almost 26 a game. Basket's good. Irving's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
And here's Rozier. He had 25 points in his last game. Plumlee, a screen on Drummond. On the attack, Rozier. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Rozier's gotten his 2nd bucket.
So effective off the dribble. Rozier maneuvers himself nicely off the triangle.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. A full line change here for Brooklyn. So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. Harrell's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for Washington. Martin, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Oubre in for Rozier. Ball passes to Harrell. Pass to Oubre. Back to Harrell. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Martin. They get it back. And Harrell with the strong finish.
It's the energy. Montrezl Harrell is fantastic on the offensive board.
Dragic against Ball. Here's Dragic. From down in the low post, it goes.
Unafraid to bust it up inside. Dragic plays with courage, and he plays with heart, too.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets out in front, they lead by 1. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And he's one of the game's best closers. But to hear Kyrie Irving tell it, he's got to start too.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game, and that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
You know, Grant, when he gets a lather going, Irving can seem like he's got the cheat code.
Yeah, and if I'm the coach, he's got the green light from start to finish. When he gets rolling, it can rub off on everyone else.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Look, they came out of the locker room hot, and it got contagious. They've been knocking down jumpers like they were layups in the first half.
Also, their aggressiveness in the first half tonight has allowed them to score more than a few points off penetration.
LaMarcus Aldridge out there with Blake Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Patrick Mills. And it's Thomas in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Rozier, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Pass to Harrell. And he lays it up and in. Harrell's got his second basket on the night. All right, Grant, if you could be GM for one rebuilding team right now, which would it be?
Oh, wow. That's tough. I mean, you got the Grizzlies with Morant. You got the Pels with Zion. You got the Mavs with Doncic. You know, I'll probably stick with the Pelicans and Zion Williamson. I think he has a lot to offer and has the ability to dominate in this league.
And the shot's good by Irving.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Pass to Oubre. Back to Rozier. And we're a little over a minute and a half into this second quarter. Here's Harrell. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup. Harrell's gotten 4 this quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. They exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Teams making some changes here. And over the last month, here are the point guards who sit at the top of the league in rebounding. LaMelo Ball, 3rd.
And even if rebounding isn't a point guard's top priority, a lot of the great ones in NBA history were productive on the boards.
Yeah, these guys have that same nose for the ball. These are some scrappy players. They can hold their own in the paint with anyone.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now here's Ball. He played a great game against New Orleans. Bridges outside. There's the triple. Counted from distance.
You know, spacing the floor is so important in today's NBA. So Bridges' three-point ability, it fits right here.
Here's Dragic. Sweet little floater. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Ball passes to Plumlee. Curry against Oubre.
Nets foul. De'Ron Sharp. His first foul. First team foul.
Quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Ball. Count the basket. Ball's got 6 points.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Dragic with it. Pass to Durant. Over Washington, and Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going to be knocked out. It's gonna be
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Nets. They lead by 1. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, they've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. But something isn't right with this team. I don't know if it's personnel, the coaching. They're going to have to make some changes in the offseason.
And guys, moving on to the Brooklyn Nets. It's been an even game so far.
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq Suit.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
On the floor for Charlotte. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Clock at 6. Here's Rozier. Yep, that one's good. He's got 6.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you want to talk about a super team. Last season, the Brooklyn Nets became the only team in NBA history to boast 6 players who made it all NBA over their career. Guys, the roster has changed just a bit, but make no mistake, this team remains loaded in a way we don't see too often.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. Here's Ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. Rozier outside.
Third quarter.
Bridges against Brown. Back to Rozier. Washington a screen. Fires top of the key. And here are the Hornets with another bucket. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Yeah, BA, when it comes to Terry Rozier, he's welcome more responsibility. Started out as a role player and spark plug off the bench, and now a starting caliber player in this league.
Here's Brown. Ball with the rebound. The Hornets with the lead. Washington with the ball. Irving picks him up. Washington's shot is good.
A little contact, but Washington stays solid. I mean, he uses some physical play to ensure the bucket.
What makes Rozier effective is how he uses his speed and athleticism. See Webb, he can be really terrifying penetrating inside, and you gotta love his energy.
He wants to play as many minutes as he can. He's a true baller who takes on challenges head on. I mean, that's the kind of guy you love having on your team.
Pass to Ball. Plumlee a screen, and it's Ball off the drive. That one doesn't drop, and Brooklyn will come the other way. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Orlando, where they'll face the Magic. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Off contact. I mean, Curry, he's added a lot to his game since coming into the NBA.
Irving against Ball. Plumlee a screen on Irving. Knocked loose. Washington passes to Bridges. Rebounded by the Nets. 19 seconds left in the third. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Durant's got 9.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts, they take over, helping him find the path to a shot.
Rozier outside. Over Curry. Sinks the 15-footer. 10 points for him. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Hornets out in front. They lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. We've got Nicholas Claxton, Patrick Mills out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's James Johnson, and it's Durant in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Durant. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Pass to Oubre. Count it.
Explosive energy from Oubre when his team needs it most. I mean, he's working hard to generate some points.
Irving against Rozier. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Irving continues to bury big shot after big shot. He just has a knack for stepping up in crucial moments.
Oubre passes to Rozier. The ball's knocked loose. To the paint. Soft touch off the glass. And now a three-point Nets lead.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the results.
Now here's Rozier, driving to the basket. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as he gets. It's just a fluke miss.
On the break. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Rozier. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Getting out on the break. Terry's got a good nose for the basket. High IQ score.
The loudest and craziest fans right now are getting free t-shirts. Come on, put up the t-shirt. All right, so who's coming onto the court? Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Aldridge is checked in for Claxton. Brown comes in for Johnson. And it's Curry in for Mills. So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. Plumlee's checked in for Harrell. Washington comes in for McDaniels. Bridges, he's checked in for Martin. And it's Ball in for Oubre. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Nash was going over with his team. He wants all they have to give coming down the stretch, saying, quote, it's not just the big plays. I want to see us making the little plays too, winning the 50-50 balls. That's the effort we need.
And Allie, thanks.
Timeout. All right, who's coming onto the court? Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets. Show
43 seconds left in the game.
Let's do this. Get loud, everybody.
Curry against Rozier. Washington outside. Bridges finds Washington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ball. Here's Plumlee. Oh, it's blocked by Aldridge.
A quick leaper with good instincts. Aldridge can be so disruptive as a defender. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Who wants a t-shirt? Come on, I want to hear you. Who, let's go. And your Brooklyn Nets.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Team second. At the line, Kyrie Irving. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
They're one of the more interesting personalities in the league. I mean, Irving has no problem saying what's on his mind. I like that, both on and off the floor.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
All right, everybody. Who wants a t-shirt? And your Brooklyn Nets.
And here are the Hornets now. 3-pointer Rozier. And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
Showing off some surprising range there. Rozier is safe to say the defense will live with him making this.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Curry. And out the line, shooting 2.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
And so they foul intentionally.
His first foul, 4th team foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, KD. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. From deep 3-point range, off on that one.
Look, I appreciate the effort from Irving. I like seeing him get a hand up in time to contest shots.
This one belongs to Brooklyn. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
KD, you were able to clamp down defensively as the game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We could touch the shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in the pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment. And we turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds and go.
The patience was so important. It paid off. Thanks, KD.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.